which those people, those points taken into consideration, it might be appropriate that there's no ordinary crime.
The culprit waited until he arrived in Inaba to turn Labris on and fiddle with her memory. And then he threw her into the TV world, right?
Where one's heart and memories manifest themselves. As a machine, Labris was able to control these memories in great detail. In other words, the enemy used her in order to set a trap for us.
When we entered the television world in pursuit, we defeated her shadow and made indirect contact with the culprit.
That person revealed that his goal was to steal our personas by making us fight each other, which would weaken our hearts and turn our personas to shadows. Once he'd accomplished that, he would combine them all so we could have even more powerful shadows.
Alright, folks, silent. The mysterious person's motive was to gather and unify shadows. It's too similar to something those of us gathered here will never forget.
Shuji Ikutsuki.
The culprit's speech pattern is consistent with Ikutsuki-san's mannerisms. His inability to use a persona matches him as well. But that's not possible!
That's right. We've confirmed Ikutsuki's death.
Or maybe there's someone out there besides Ikutsuki who still thinks the same way he did.
If so, the world we strive for is still far away.
Mitsuru sounds as if she's in agony. Soji Ikutsuki, 3 years ago, he became fascinated with the fall and tries to bring about the end of the world using shadows. To Mitsuru-san, he's also an adversary and robbed her of her precious father.
Yamagishi, when Labris awakens, can you give her a summary of the case from 3 years ago? I'd like her to know what went on while she was sealed.
I understand.
Can't you just stick that data into her memory?
If we did that, it would just become a piece of data to her. She needs to be told about it in order for her mind to understand what happened.
She's human through and through, huh?
Also, I noticed something when I was checking her memories. The makeup of Labris's memory field is slightly different from Igas's. Besides the memory area that she normally accesses, there seems to be a sub-network of some sort. She has 2 memory networks? I think it was probably used to incorporate the feedback from her sibling units, but I still don't know for sure. That's why I believe it's safer to tell her in person.
Alright, I'll let you tell her however you see fit. Regarding Ikutsuki, I'm pressuring staff to hurry and review the information, including the newly discovered quarantine server, Ergo Research. We never knew about the server in question before now, because it had been cut off from the group's network. It most likely has information that normally would have never left Ergo Research, such as data on top-secret experiments.
Ikutsuki-san could be involved in this case. Mitsuru-san's worried and irritated, maybe because she senses the possibility. We can all understand the pain she must be in.
By the way, what was the logic behind that whole midnight channel thing?
It's still unknown, but we'll have to send people to Inaba again. We're going to hold a meeting at headquarters tomorrow to discuss countermeasures.
Suddenly, an alarm that notifies abnormalities goes off and reverberates throughout the lab. Mitsuru-san quickly uses the nearby control panel to control the staff within the facility.
What's going on?
The surveillance system detected a rise in shadow readings. It's currently stabilizing around a level 3 alert, located in that town of Inaba.
Are you a maid? Are you a robot? What are you?
What?
Are you a Persona user? Are you like a member from like the Persona 1 or 2 games? What's happening here?
Looks like he's shown up already. That saves us the trouble of having to puzzle this out.
Yu-san and his friends are in danger. Mitsuru-san, please give the order to dispatch us.
Alright, we'll leave at once. Yamagishi, leave Labris to Kikuno and accompany us.
I understand. Well then, I leave the rest to you, Kikuno-san.
Understood. Lady Mitsuru, everyone, please be careful.
Let me do a search on, because I never played the Persona 1 or 2 game. I want to know who this person is. Kikuno. Who is this? She has a last name too. Hold on. Persona 3 New Moon Full Moon. Persona 4 Arena, Arena Ultimax. Alright, so she did show up in Childhood Friend Personal Maid of Mitsuru. Working with her to keep Mitsuru at home while dealing with the siege, she drugs her food in order to put Mitsuru to sleep. Whoa, hold on. Alright. One Mitsuru-san's personal dominance assistant, or should I say maid, Kikuno-san answers. Kikuno-san and Mitsuru-san have a strong bond, don't have any ordinary servants and master. She is another of the Shadow Operatives. Does she have a persona? Her work catching my attention for some reason. Please be careful. A very trivial expression in concern for our safety. Brushing it as common courtesy could be simple, but I feel that she may be sensing something unusual regarding the situation that awaits us here. Does she have a persona? Like, I don't know anything about this character. I don't think she does. Does she? Yeah, I'm not seeing any persona. What could be causing this unease? Does Mitsuru-san know?
Hold on, I guess.
I'm trying to decide whether or not to take to look deeper into Mitsuru-san's state of mind. Fuka-san gets up from her operator seat and beckons me over.
What is it? If we can put Labras aside for a moment, are you going to be alright without having any maintenance done on you, I guess? What do you mean? I read the documents on your new equipment. At first I assumed it was referring to that large gun, but it's actually, that. True. There have been no tests confirming that it is capable of being used in an actual combat situation. But we face a powerful foe this time. Is it even possible? If even one thing were to go wrong.
Fuka-san's face cloud as she looks at me. I can be confident that I'll be alright, and unable to tell her a pleasant lie to calm her down. In any case, I only pray that the situation requires me to use my new equipment never arises. Both of us tenses as we prepare to depart. Like, we never knew what new equipment she's talking about here. So it must be some like a story thing that only happens here.
A change of clothes has been laid out in your car.
I see. Thank you.
I've also prepared Akihiko-san's favorite protein drink, and Fuka-san has been preparing a playlist suitable for a road trip in her room.
Huh?
That will be all, Kikuno.
Very well. Pardon me.
It's blessed from Kikuno-san. She's amazingly considerate, as a personal assistant should be, but she can be too thoughtful at times. We learned that ourselves when she came to accept us, people who are precious to Mitsuru-san.
Shall we? Shadow Operatives, let's mobilize.
So, like, not everybody in the Shadow Operatives has a persona, because I'm pretty sure that Maid doesn't have one. Thanks to the Kikuno-san, the tension in the air subsides a bit, but we cannot allow our attention to wander just now. Upon completing our preparation for departure, we immediately make our way to Inaba.
Why are we taking this car again, Mitsuru?
Akihiko-san grumbles the back seat of Shadow Operative's personal limousine. I'm not sure how to put this, but I can find his feelings are justified.
Don't question it, Akihiko. There was no time to prepare a vehicle with the same equipment. Speaking of appearances, are you gonna wear that again?
Sure. There's a chance that we'll have to fight after all. These clothes give me the flexibility I need.
Impressive, Akihiko-san. You never change. Still, to think that the culprit would make a move so soon. You've completely lost the initiative.
Indeed. We need to begin taking measures right now. I hope no danger comes to Narukami and his friends.
Mitsuru-san seems deeply agitated during the car ride. She seems distracted. At times she could flip through the sick file in her lap, only to suddenly give an order to a subordinate. And at the other time she could stare intensely at her watch, lost for thought. Her usual regal composure is gone.
Mitsuru-san, why don't we just ask them to cooperate with us?
I agree. They seem pretty strong.
No, they're still young. If I asked for their assistance, it would waste time better spent in school. Worse yet, it would put them in danger. I don't want anyone else to have to go through that.
I understand how you feel, but they don't seem like the kind who'd listen. We were the same way back then.
If Suchan falls silent, it's likely not a mistake to think that the sudden spike in Shadow Activities this time is related to the event a few days ago. Had become apparent to everyone that just another dangerous battle is about to begin.
We have new information. Kikuno sent me a message. I tasked Kikuno with reviewing Ergo Research's quarantine server, but it seems new evidence has come to light regarding Ikutsuki, who we discussed in our earlier conversation. According to the report, it seems Ikutsuki was performing an experiment on his own in the lab directly after the explosion. It's unknown if this is related to our current mission, but there was a record of a plume of dust being used in the experiment.
A plume of dusk.
Plume of dust, an objective blurs the line between matter and information. It's fitted for an anti-shadow weapon like myself. It forms the core personality modules that will allow us to control personas even though we're machines.
So, what are the details of this experiment? Nothing good, I bet.
Ikutsuki was...
Lemon's entrance suddenly roars, drawing out further conversations. It seems the road we're taking on begin to climb a steep hillside. The car takes the winding road up the slope. I can look down through the window and see Washer's trace along the mountainside. For a moment, I thought I sensed a shadow breathing. Could it just be in my imagination?
Yamagishi, tell me our current location.
1 moment. I'm looking it up now. We're currently in Inaba Pass. We're almost at the target coordinates.
Oh, okay.
What is this? Was that?
What's wrong? An ambush?
What's happening here? Driver, what's going on? Answer me!
Is that Dachi?
It's just like during the hijacking.
Oh no, that's yeah. Okay, I see.
Ibis, on it. A barrier. Are we trapped?
Oh, to be continued is in blue. Nice. 4%, really? Jesus. Oh, why is there so many story? Which, like, it's the same story told over and over and over again. Like, I don't know why they're doing this. I mean... Okay, whoa, like, is it just me, or is, like, the Persona... The episode P3 has more story than, like, the P4? Well, I don't know. Honor student, huh? Sure. I don't know why they couldn't just, like, put the whole story in, like, animation. Oh, you're still living at the dorm. Nice. There's some time to have dinner, so I decided to leave the dorm again with Kuromaru. This Gyakukan dormitory is where we live. It was briefly closed after Mitsuru and the others graduated. All the equipment from a few years ago were removed, of course. But with the increase of the student at Gyakukan, they decided to reopen the dorm. I applied for a room as soon as I heard. The reason I did was because of Kuromaru. He had been in August-san's care, but at this storm he'll be allowed to live with me. Also, to be honest, I felt that living here lets me stay close to my companions, who are fighting even now. Back then, everyone took turns walking Kuromaru. Now it's my job. The path to the nearby Nagakini Shrine is Kuromaru's usual route. Kuromaru's quite old for a dog, but he trots along at his usual pace, along our usual path. It makes me think for a moment that all the fighting back was just a dream. Only when I'm watching Kuromaru walk like this, I forgot everything, feel a little at ease. We pass through the gateway entrance, step into the shrine grounds. Since it was nearly sundown, there's nobody but us in the scenery atmosphere. I sit down a branch, signed to myself. Kuromaru noticed and immediately rushed over to nuzzle my leg.
It's nothing, Kuromaru.
Even while I'm saying it, I'm sure Kuromaru can see through my words. I can't understand him the same way Aga-san can, but even I can tell what Kuromaru is thinking. I pat Kuromaru as he looked up at me with worried whine. I put my hand on my pocket and pull out the Shadow Operatives badge the Mitsuru-san had given me. Kuromaru wears the same badge on his collar.
Even if she gave me this, I know it's just for show. I bet everyone else is working hard right now.
This morning I got a call from Sanada-san. The first time in a while. It seems he came back to Japan for a year-long training journey. One day in the world, I know he was the kind of person who would put himself through anything in order to get stronger, but this is a sort of thing you only hear about in stories. Sanada-san told me that he had gone to see Mitsuru-san directly after he returned to the country, but had been immediately dispatched to an emergency. He's currently busy with that, so he just said he would tell me more about the trip some other time. I know that being a Shadow Operative must be tough. It seems so excited to talk about them, so it's like I get to be a pent-up feeling inside.
Member 2, you know.
Member, yes, only a part of the secondary unit, only gets called in for extreme situations. Being part of a special suppression unit is a cool ring to it that I like. But the official Shadow Operatives are each given a unique number. For example, Age-san number is 5. We don't have that. We're just auxiliary members. I haven't been called in action yet. I doubt I ever will be until I graduate high school. After all, I did promise Mitsuru-san that I would try to live out my childhood as much as I could.
Just for show too.
The following part, tried to do as much as I could. I've been acting like a child in a surface, an averaging middle school student, studying, help out the club activities, even taking part in the student council. I haven't officially joined any clubs, and the reason why is because I asked Mitsuru-san to call me for help when she ever needs me. I know there's no organization under the police that could be able to command an underage person, let alone someone in middle school. I'm only a Shadow Operative for show, and only a child for show. If this continues, I don't know when I'll ever be able to go back to who I really am.
My life my own is actually pretty hard. Sometimes I lose sight of what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think back on the word left that person who saved my life. I thought I came to understand him at one point, but as time passed, other mentions began to rear their heads. Emotions.
It's dark now. We should head back home, Kuromaru.
I wonder if I'll be left behind like this. Could things actually be better if I just forget about everything? But could I live with myself? I had the power to fight, but then nothing with it. I've been thinking a lot about that. Stand up from the bench and look across the dark, quiet temple grounds. I won't reach an answer just by thinking about it. But wait, what? Kuromaru suddenly barks at me. It's been a while since I heard him bark like that. He's been getting more and more mellow these days. What's that sounds? Some noise approaching me from above. The wind began stronger and the temperature would begin to rest. I look up into the sky, bright